Hey, what is up, team? Hello and welcome to How to Finric hard mode. So this guy goes on the assumption that you kind of generally know what to do in the fight and stuff. So basically that you've done normal mode already, and this is like the hard mode tactics. Now, first things first, this is by far the hardest boss on hard mode to solo. Just because, one, it requires a lot of DPS, and two, it also requires a decent amount of self-healing, as his auto-attack hits very hard, and also pretty much all like the mechanics and everything going on, so the waves, the spurts, all that kind of stuff, is gonna hit you really hard. And while you can avoid probably about 80% of it, you are occasionally going to F up, and effing up is really punishing because you get hit for about 20-30k, and trying to recover from that by yourself is a bit difficult. So one of the quite important things to notice is that damage on the boss isn't important at all at the start of the fight. You'll see me just kind of, I haven't used any cooldowns yet, I'm just kind of casually chipping away at him while getting my, staying alive basically, doing a lot of self-healing here. And this is because I know after the first coral phase he's going to heal up, and I've done this very tactfully, and this is kind of how you solo it. So basically, the kind of aim of the game to when you are soloing it is you need a total of 4 corals to flush the boss. But you, as a solo player, it's not impossible, but it's very difficult to kill 4 corals in one phase. So in the first coral phase, you want to try and kill 3 corals and run them to the pad, and then in the second coral phase, you only have 1 to do, and then you flush the boss. So basically, after this first coral phase has passed, then that's when DPS really starts counting on the boss. So as you can see, I've just clocked that 3rd coral in, and now I'm just going to wait for this to finish. I think I put some dots on. I don't really know why there. Tried to go for the 4th one just to get the debuff. I think I got it, actually. Yeah. We got it. So, yeah, I've clocked all 4 in the first one. That's probably a bit above board, and I could have flushed there if I hurried a bit more. But, for people with lower DPS, this is going to be the standard tactic of try and get, 3 on the first one, and then just get the last one on the second one. And this is where DPS really comes into play. So you'll notice I'm using more of my damaging cooldowns now, just to get them down as quickly as possible, while trying to avoid all this stuff is really a fun challenge. Specs that I would suggest for this fight are, if you are a cleric, definitely Inquisitor. If you're a mage, you're probably going to have to go Harbinger with a Chloromancer hybrid just for the self-healing. If you're a rogue, maybe some marksman variant might work. I actually don't know too much about rogues for this. If you're a warrior, you can do it as Reaver. It's quite difficult though, just due to the amount of damage, and you have to be really good at avoiding stuff. But if you have vampiric munitions, then you are going to have a much better time. And be sure to stock up on those health pots and consumables just to make it a bit easier. So as you can see, he's done the doing the second coral phase now. I'm using this time to fully heal myself, quickly hit the lever, and this is where the real DPS race begins. So now, the kind of aim in the game is to push him to 20% before he does the next coral phase, or he will fully heal back up, and then, yeah, you've lost the game. But it's quite easy to, once you get hold of the movement and avoiding stuff, to actually meet this DPS requirement. I'd probably say to solo this, you are going to have to be pretty much ready for raiding in terms of gear, or else it's just going to be really difficult. But if you've got 2 people, then it does become much easier. If you've got 2 people, you can strive to kill all the corals in one phase, or if you are just looking to kind of take the fight a bit slower and play it really safe, you can just split it between 2 phases. It really depends on your DPS, to be honest. If you do have lower DPS, I definitely suggest trying to split it between the 2 phases, as that will most likely make stuff a lot easier. When it gets to 20%, the kind of main thing you need to do here is avoid the waves, because they are going to be hitting very hard. I believe it's 30k damage if you get hit by one of the waves. They are a bit difficult to see, so it can take a couple of attempts to master this, but once you got the hang of it, then the boss is pretty much dead. I like to kind of stay in the central area around here, just because it gives me like a really kind of wide scope of where the waves are coming. Zooming out helps quite a bit as well. If you're playing first person, probably a bad idea on this boss. So yeah, just zoom out as much as you can, get a fairly central location, just so you can avoid the waves with as much ease as possible. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the guide. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care and have an absolutely fantastic day.